these hoes get more and more miserable, angry, and bitter every day. And what you guys are gonna start to see in these coming days as things are gonna progress is women are gonna start to try and basically deflect a lot of their problems on men. So as they say, pride goes before destruction. So instead of just owning up to the fact that they fucked up, they basically ruined society. And not only did they ruin society, they ruined it for themselves because a lot of men are still finding ways to, be happy and find, we live in our fucking lives. I don't know about you guys, but I don't see too many guys, unhappy and shit, but I see a bunch of lonely ass, just just deranged, just crazy bitches. Just be mad for no reason and shit. Like you fucking go in Starbucks. I mean not Starbucks. You go in McDonald's or something. Bitch take your order. She got an attitude for no reason and shit. You know why? 'Cause she ain't getting no dick. You fucking walk in Taco Bell and bitch yelling at you and shit. You walk in Subway, bitch give you an attitude for no reason, and you be like, why is this bitch giving me a fucking attitude? She ain't got no man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these women, women really, really need men. And that's why I wanted to make this video because women need men a hell of a lot more than men need. We really don't need women. We want women. It could be like a benefit. Like they could help. They could help you. Like I mean the pussy is good. Don't get me wrong, but I don't need that shit. But women, if they don't get no dick, them bitches gonna go crazy. They gonna be mad as fuck. They be miserable. Even make jokes about it sometimes. Like, oh, what girls even make jokes about it. Like, oh, girl, why you so mad? Oh, I ain't get no dick today. I ain't get no dick. Like they make jokes about it even. Women really, really need men, but they can't outright say that because that would be giving honor to men. So what you're gonna see is silly little news segments like this from the CBS Morning News, where they basically are gonna try to make the case that men actually somehow need women more than women need men. So let's get into it.
Article in the New York Times this week got a few of us talking. It's called Alone Again Naturally, and it's about how single women don't mind living alone while men seem to need to be in a relationship. Is that true?
Now, you hear this shit? No, I know. For those of y'all that are listening, if you're black and if you watching this, I know you got an auntie or a fucking one of your aunties, maybe even your mama. Them bitches are just miserable and mean as fuck for no reason. Because most likely they single and old. And everybody knows, especially in the black community, these old bitches that ain't got no man, they be the meanest bitches you'll ever fucking meet. The meanest bitches on the fucking planet are women that do not have men. So, this outrageous assertion that they are going to try to push forth, because the news is nothing but mind control anyway. I hope you guys know that. I hope you guys don't watch the news and think that this shit is legit. This shit is, they trying to play with your mind, basically. They try to sneak little, when they want to engineer society, they use things like the news to basically mind control you and subconsciously program you. So when they want to push things like homosexuality, feminism, whatever, what have you, they make little news segments like this to basically present the idea in your mind. And they try to normalize these bullshit ideas so that it might not work on you if you're smart, but the average thinking person, dumb motherfuckers, they watch this shit and they think it's reality. But let's see what they have to say.
Here to debate this are relationship experts Cooper Lawrence, author of the new book, The Yoga Club, and sex therapist Dr. Ian Kerner. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning, guys. And you're going to answer unequivocally, right?
Yes,
like there is
absolutely.
a true answer here.
There is.
What
You
is
think
it?
so?
Yeah, the answer is women are much better at being alone than men are. More social, they know how to find resources, they tend to have more friends. So men are the ones who don't make the plan. So if a guy tends to be alone, he's going to keep being alone.
Here's the thing. Women like to think that men can't be on their own. And when we're in a relationship, we're okay letting you think that. Like, oh, we don't know how to do the laundry, match our socks, we can't cook. The truth is...
No. Now, after she says that bullshit, he says something very interesting. Now, I know if you guys have ever had a girl, like, you know the little game you play with your bitches, like, oh, you know what I'm saying, I need you to help me out with this. Oh, I can't do it. Oh, I really need you. Oh, you know, baby, you so awesome. Look what you do. You know, you try to play up the little things that your girl might do to help you out and shit. Like if she cook you some food, you'll probably be like, oh damn, baby, oh that was amazing. Oh damn, you cooked the fuck out that food, knowing full well you could do the same shit. But you say that to make her feel better because you know what I'm saying. That's just what you do. You know, that's what we do with bitches. You know what I'm saying. We play up the little things that they do, even though it's little. You know, you could just do it yourself, but you do that because that's your girl. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean that you can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, anything that a woman can do for a man, he can just do it himself. They don't do anything that's not... They don't do anything like that you can't do, you know what I'm saying?
We don't know how to do laundry. That is true. But
My wife is away right now. I'm home with my two boys. They're here in the green room. The guys are doing
And your mother is taking care of them.
The guys are doing...
Now, do you see how triggered this woman is? She is out of her fucking mind. Do you look at her eyes? Do you see how mad she is? She's trying to smile, but on the inside she's like, oh my god, I can't believe he's saying that. You need to shut the fuck up. She's going like she's triggered like a motherfucker. Now, why would she make that comment about his mom? How the fuck does she know about his mom? Why would she even bring that up? What does that have to do with anything? It just goes to show she's angry, and she has to take any little passive aggressive shot. Even though they on national TV, and she can't help but take like a little passive aggressive, you know, little bullshit ass little shot at her. You know, that's how she's disproving her own point. I'm guessing she's single, and she's fucking miserable. She can't even have a regular conversation because she's so fucking angry and bitter.
Fine on your own.
Isn't it nice to have an open green room where you can see all the truth
Yeah,
about?
to your mom.
Okay. I'd rather have my wife than my mom, but...
I have to say, when I first moved to New York, I would go back home to my apartment. I moved out here separate from my fiance, my now fiance, and he was living in Chicago. We were doing long distance. Anyway, I would go home to my apartment, and I was so excited.
That's another thing. Don't ever do no fucking long distance bullshit. I don't know what niggas be thinking when they do that bullshit. Don't ever do no fuck shit. Nigga, if a bitch wanna do long distance, just tell her to call you when she wants some dick, bro. Don't be in a fucking long distance relationship with no bitch, my nigga. I'll never forget the shit. The shit that opened me up, or that opened my eyes to how women are and shit. It was my first week of college, and it was a bitch. It was her first week of college as well, and she had a boyfriend, I guess, in her hometown, but they was doing long distance. This was the easiest pussy I ever got in my life. Damn near. Like, this bitch was... At first she tried to say, like, oh, no, I have a boyfriend. You know, we're doing long distance. Oh, I can't do... I was fucking that bitch the same night. The same bitch that, quote-unquote, had a long distance... But I was in that pussy within, like, 2 hours, nigga. Don't do no long distance, nigga, with these hoes, nigga.
Excited to come home to this place that I felt like I had built that. And I don't know if that's associated with this article or this study in any way, but it's a big deal.
No, environment definitely plays a role. If you go to like a single guy's apartment, I mean, he loves it. It's his man cave, but a man tends to stay in his man cave more. And socially, they don't call up the neighbors and say, hey, come on over and have a drink, or I'm having a party. Usually, it's the women who make those plans. And when couples...
Now, do you know why women make those type of plans? Because men are much, much happier being alone. You as a man, you might have your little room set up or whatever, your little man cave. You might have some video games, whatever. You niggas like to do different shit, whatever. It takes a lot less to make a man happy. Like me personally, I don't have a lot of shit in my room. I have my fucking, I don't have a lot of stuff in my room, and I'm happy as fuck because it doesn't take much. You know, I read a lot. I have my books. That's it. That's all the fuck I need. I don't have to have a fucking party every night to feel happy. A lot of these women, they have to have constant stimulation. They have to have constant energy from other people, because you have to understand everything is spiritual. When you talk to people, when you have friends, you are constantly exchanging your energy with the people around you. So normally the type of people that constantly need that energy, that spiritual energy from other people, is because of what they lack on the inside. Normally, spiritually positive people, they're very happy being alone.
Separate, especially older couples, you find that men tend to be less social, so age is a factor as well.
You know, I don't know that. I know a lot of divorced men who are getting out there. Yeah, they come back to their man cave, but they're out there having a lot of fun. You know, I think the one thing that we shouldn't do with this study is glorify being alone, because in the end, humans, like any other mammal, are social creatures. Yeah. Study after study supports the idea that men and women do better when they're married. They live...
Now, in biblical times, this was the norm. You know, you were supposed to get married. You know, when you read the Bible, everybody was married. And the reason for that was because they had real women back then. And women were happy being women, and they were submissive and feminine naturally. So it was a positive thing to be married back then. But in these times, you have to adjust to the times. So when women decide that they want to be free and liberated and be whores, you have to adjust. You can't live and cohabitate for the rest of your life with a lot of these mentally unstable women, because they're going to bring that mental instability to you. So you have to make that decision. Do you want to live with some crazy bitch, or would you rather just be by yourself? And a lot of men are making that decision like, hey, I'm going to just be happy on my own, because these bitches is driving me fucking crazy.
Longer, there's someone to take care of them.
Even
Think about it. Choose. You could be by yourself, or you could be with this crazy bitch right here in the video. Choose. Which one you gonna choose?
A study came out this year, that said that just being in a relationship, especially living with somebody, you're just as happy as if you're married.
That's what I was...
Wrong, dumb bitch. No. What she's trying to do here is basically say, because, you know, women like to, you know, jump from relationship to relationship. They don't like to be in one stable relationship. And so she's trying to make it seem like jumping from dick to dick is basically the same as being in a stable relationship. Jumping from dick to dick, you're going to be mentally unstable your whole life. That's why a lot of these women can't keep a stable they can't be in a relationship, because they gotta, you know, women really feed off of that new dick feeling. When they meet a new guy and it's all new, they love that shit. They constantly chase that. So as soon as they get mildly, they don't even have to get tired of a guy. They just have to not be so excited, and then they on to the next one. Then they might even, you know, they hop around from dick to dick. So she's trying to basically make those type of women feel better. That's all her job is to make whores feel better about being whores. That's why they call this news. How the fuck is this news? What the fuck? I thought the news was supposed to be about current events, motherfucker. This ain't news. This is just, like I told you, this is subconscious mind control. They're trying to get into your mind, and they're trying to control the weak-minded of society. And they're trying to make whores feel justified in being whores, and they're trying to make low-level thinking men think that they need to be with whores. That's what this is for.
A
everyone needs some alone time, right?
Well, alone time and being lonely are two different things.
Yes.
So you do need more time alone, especially if you have a very busy career like Mr. Becca here. But you know, most women are usually okay with it because they know how to surround themselves in social environments, and when things go wrong, they know how to find the resources to help them feel better. Women have relationships face to face, so we practice being emotional with each other. Men have relationships side by side.
We definitely don't practice.
Yeah,
we don't practice that, do we, Rebecca?
Oh no, never.
But we're happy to.
And that right there is just how they try to shame men for not being emotional like women. Now, in a real society, in a normal thinking society, there are clear and obvious differences between men and women, and these differences are not scrutinized; they are accepted and celebrated. But what they try to do here is basically, in an inadvertent way, hey, you men need to be more emotional like women. If you don't, there's something wrong with you. If you don't cry and hug each other like women, there's something wrong with you, and you're gonna be mentally fucked up if you don't do that. Like I told you, subconscious mental programming.
Have another guy come over and sit with us on the couch and watch the game and have a hamburger. But
And who's making those plans? Are you calling your friend? Is he calling you?
Okay. We're shooting an email and getting together.
I'm coming.
Bitch, how the fuck else you gonna make the plans, bitch? Like she just constantly makes these little snarky remarks, and then she puts a smile on her face to try to hide it. But all she's trying to do is undermine masculinity. That's all she's trying to do, and it's pretty obvious. But what happens is the low-level thinking people of society, they don't catch on to this shit, so they think this is reality. They think that the Matrix is reality.
I think the other thing is that
And then, but then when they're there, what do they say to each other? They talk about the game. They don't usually talk about their emotions. They don't connect the same way women do.
We're fine. We like to talk about the game. I mean,
I'm just fine with my emotions.
See, there you go. He basically just explained everything I just said. We don't have to be like women, bro. We're fucking men. We're not gonna act like women. That's what the fuck we do. We watch the game. We chop shit up about the game. What the fuck are we? I'm gonna talk to you about my fucking feelings, bitch. What the fuck? Why would you even say that? What nigga is gonna talk to? Hey, bro. Hey, we need to talk about our feelings right now. Hey, cut the game off, man. I want to talk about my feelings. What type of shit is that? Like,
but statistically also, men have a higher chance of remarrying. I mean, for all our talk of cougars and younger women, older women hooking up with younger men, the truth is that's the exception, not the rule. And there's a much larger dating.
It's because they.
Stop the show. Did y'all hear this bitch? Hold on.
Like being in a pair, so they're willing to accept somebody into their life that maybe isn't the best for them. And women are more likely to go on like a journey, like eat, pray, love, and go discover
I
themselves.
feel like we're being bashed all
Did
morning.
you hear this bitch? So what she basically just said was, men are more likely to be married because they're more willing to settle. Now what that means is that women are not likely to remarry because they're not willing to settle. In other words, they keep looking for this mystical fantasy guy that's just perfect in every single area, and he came out straight out of a comic book or a romance novel, and he has, he's 7 feet tall, and he has a six pack, and he's a genius, and he's, emotionally sensitive, and he does everything for her, and he's rich, and he's a billionaire, and he's just perfect. That's what these women are searching for. When women in their 40s, when they get a divorce, that's what they think they're gonna find. A lot of these women, they get old and they say, you know what, I'm tired of my man. I want a divorce. I want to try something new. I want to go on a journey. I want to go on a eat, pray, love, whatever she said. And then basically what they do, they go out and they fuck a bunch of guys, and then they inadvertently realize, like, damn, ain't no valuable niggas really want me like that. But like I said, they have a inflated sense of self-worth. So they think that they can go out and just, find the guy. She said that men are more willing to settle instead of finding the person who's best for you. That's her mental instability right there, because In life, people are people. You're not gonna find somebody who's the quote unquote best for you. That doesn't exist. That's TV shit. That's romance novel shit. Nobody is the best for you. People have flaws, and unless you can accept the flaws of people, you will never be happy in a relationship because everybody you meet is gonna have some type of flaw. There is no person, man, or this goes for men and women. There is no person who is the best for you. That doesn't exist. That's in your mind. That's TV shit. You're fucking crazy if you think that. What you can find is somebody that will be good for you, somebody that will compliment you, somebody that will be a benefit to you. But if you keep looking for this mystical, oh, I need to find the perfect match, you're going to be old and lonely and single like most of these women. Because the reason why women are lonely and the reason why they get old and they can't find a man and all that is because they spend all of their 20s, people call it the cock carousel, but it's not necessarily the cock carousel. It's that they think that their worth is so high that they deserve somebody who's perfect. And so they go from dick to dick looking for somebody who's perfect. And of course, they never find it. So they end up 40, 50 years old, lonely. And so that's why you see all these old women with low standards and fucking whoever comes at them because they realize, like, shit, my standards were too high. And then what happens? They lower their standards, and then they just fuck whoever. Then their standards go from extremely high to all of a sudden they hit the wall, and then it's extremely low, and then they'll just give it up to whoever. You know what I'm saying? But this segment was very, very revealing to me about how the average female thinks. And this woman is supposed to be like a dating expert, quote unquote expert, or whatever. But she just seemed like a regular woman to me. She seemed like an average bitch to me. That's how all these bitches think, And they basically just hired her to validate these crazy ass women who watch shit like this, and they go, yeah, she's right. She's right. We need to find who's best for. We need to find the perfect man. This shit is crazy.
I'm feeling vulnerable.
I don't like that. We're gonna have to change that in the next segment, guys. We're gonna have to settle.
That's all for that segment. I just wanted to make some comments about that because I thought it was pretty entertaining. The delusion of these bitches. And that really is how the average female thinks. Don't get it twisted. Don't think like, oh, there are some, there are some good women out there, I think, but, most of these bitches, they think like her, and most of the time, if you come across a woman, we fucking on these bitches, man. We not out here looking for no love. We not looking for no fucking relationship. We fucking, get your nut and keep it pushing, you know what I'm saying? Focus on you. Don't focus on no bitch, my nigga. Because at the end of the day, a man can be happy on his own. And if you can't be happy on your own, then that's something that you need to work on. Because the Bible says that seek ye not a wife, seek the kingdom of heaven. And when you live your life like that, everything will work out. God will provide you a good woman. But if you're so thirsty out here trying to find a quote unquote good woman, you're not gonna find it. Because the best things in life come when you're not looking for them. But that's all I gotta say, man. Peace.